Well, hello, Irene, again. And first of all, thank you for having accepted our invitation to be part of the interviews for the EASM project. Shall we start with the first question?
Okay, perfect. Let's go.
Great. I would like to know what is your experience in the field of sport and mental health, and in which role have you operated?
Okay, first of all, I just have finished my degree in sports science in Barcelona. For me, when I started studying sports science, I did it because as an athlete, I realized about how can sport help you to develop yourself, not just physically, but also mentally. This was very important to me. And when I was in my second year, I started sports psychology, the subject that we took in the university. And then I saw that the teacher just focused the psychology part of the sports on performance and how to take part in a competition, for example. But what I was looking was more how can sport can help to a mental disorder. So I decided to start psychology. This is my experience as a student. But when I when I decided to study sports science and psychology together, I realized that the knowledge was great, but I need some experience. So I started working in Sport to Live. Sport to Live is a non-profit organization located in Barcelona, in Spain. And this is an organization that is taking some sports program to different places of Catalonia. And the places that we take these programs is there are different places, but we have mental health hospitals. We also have places where organizations that help people on drug treatment, addictions treatment, sorry. And there are other places, but I am focused on these two ones because I am working as a trainer on these two projects. The first one on a mental health hospital with teenagers, which I am learning a lot. I work every day, and we treat aspects like how they argue with themselves or how they treat their bodies with the sport. So it's very interesting. And the other project that I am working on is on an addiction and a project which I am helping people who is not consuming anymore, and they need a safe space to start again their lives. And with the sports and having personal objectives, I think that they are now starting to trust with themselves again. And it's a very interesting project and also very stimulating because they are always growing and realizing new things. So I can see how they are starting again a new life. They are always very surprised of themselves. So it is my experience as a trainer. And at last, I am now working as a coordinator, a managed coordinator of all the programs that we have in Catalonia. I am looking, well, just the addiction programs that we have, because we are looking to have a methodological line which help us to understand how can we work in general. So we can explain which is our methodology. And the objective is to expand our project as many places as we can. So more or less, this is my experience as a worker and a student.
Perfect, Irene. Very nice. Moving on to our next question. I'm interested to know about the potentials of sport and physical activity for people with mental disorders. According to your opinion, what are those potentials?
Well, first of all, it's important that these associations for me are important because when you are in as a patient, you are in a safest place with other people that are living your similar experiences. So you are now in a place that you can develop yourself and don't feel a stranger anymore. So the normalization is a first step that I think that is crucial to then start with other treatments. And the treatments that these people have normally are medical treatments, which they just take a pill and they are very passive to their process. But I think that the sports have something very special, that you are the main character of your process, and what you do is essential for what is going to happen. So for this reason, I think that sports, you work with yourself and your body, so you have to take care of yourself and your body. And if you want to improve yourself, you have to take some objectives, which is important because you are going to learn, you are going to apply them in your daily life. And also you work with your partners, people who are like you, and you can see how they also develop themselves, and you can help them, but they can help you. So it's a self process, but now you are, when you apply sports in all of these programs, you realize that you are not alone. You have other people who are like you and are having the same situation like you. So as I say it, sports can be a perfect tool to help you, but also can be a bad tool. So also it's very important to have a professional next to you that can help you, and someone that does things with logic and with the aim to help people, and not just by doing and not thinking. So sports, the main thing that they have is that they are going to help you. What you learn doing the sports, you are not realizing at all, but it's going to help you in your day-to-day life. So that is the essential part of the sport, I think, that you are the main character of what is happening, and then you can apply it in your problems, that you thought that you would never be able to resolve alone.
Brilliant. Last question, last but not least for today. What do you believe is needed to promote this kind of intervention?
Yeah. Well, first of all, something that I mentioned before is like safest places is very important to create as spaces that they could be comfortable, but also it's important to to share the existence of these places, to visualize and these projects in order to help people who has these problems and doesn't know the existence of that programs. So sharing information about it, sharing the existence of these programs is, I think crucial, but also do some scientific research about it, start talking about this item in the scientific community is essential in order to work with doctors, and let them realize that the sports is a tool that can be applied in hospitals and is going to help people. So with scientific research, I think that we are going to have more, we are going to take part of this field. And obviously the last part, economical financiation, which is essential for all these programs, because these are programs that, well, the most part of the programs that I know are programs that are non-profit programs. So for this reason, to have foundations that would like to help is essential. So promoting. So I think that the first thing that I said, promoting these spaces could help us to make people more conscious about the importance of these programs. And then have more possibilities to have economical resources.
Fantastic. Thank you, Irene, for your
I
input.
don't know if I have answered the question.
No, very well. You answered very well. There was
Okay,
just a
perfect.
slight connection issue, but very well. Well, thank you once again, Irene, for your input and great answers. And have a nice day. Bye.